Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It is November the 8th, 2024, and it is a beautiful Friday. It's about 11 degrees Celsius here today, and we are getting ready for a long weekend. Monday is Remembrance Day, and for us, that's the day we remember and be thankful for anyone who's fought for our country during the First and Second World War and the subsequent battles that have taken place since that Canada's been involved in. And so, we are ready for a long weekend and Monday of Remembrance Day. But before that, I've got postcards. So a bunch of mail did arrive this week, which is great, which also means that we are still working at Canada Post. There has not been a lockout or a strike happened yet. So we got a full week's worth of work in, business as usual, and means postcards are still flowing, which I mean, I got to write some postcards and I got to receive some postcards. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it continues to go that route. So today, I'm going to start with the 2 official Postcrossing postcards that I got this week. And then I'll get into all the friend mail and surprises that arrived after that. If you're finding the channel for the first time, you know what to do. You need to subscribe, you need to like, you need to, well, I'm hoping you'll like it. Yeah, you'll like it. What else do you need to do? Put the notification bell on so you don't miss out on anything, and leave positive comments so I can get a chance to say hello. If it's your first time, tell me where you're from, and I'll be sure to respond in the comments. All right, let's get into it. The very first card is this one here of the state of California, and this comes from Judy. She says that she didn't have any of the postcards that were on my list. It's all right. The list is just a suggestion. I am happy with any postcard that gets sent my way. She says she's originally from Massachusetts and spent many summers visiting New Brunswick with the family. So I'm glad she enjoyed her time here. She's now settled in California between, where'd she say, Lake Tahoe and Sacramento. So Judy, thank you so much for the card. There are the stamps, and I appreciate it. The next card comes from Germany. It is a nice hedgehog card. This comes from Eric, and he just wrote, if you are happy, happiness will come to you because happiness wants to go where happiness is. There you go. And I think a lot of people can use that quote this week. So thank you so much, Eric, for that. He says, stay safe and healthy. Best wishes from Berlin. And there is the stamp. So thank you, Eric, for that. All right, let's get into the direct swaps. And I'm going to start first off. If you know, you've been watching this channel for a while, Fridays I have been given either jokes or limericks by different viewers. And for the longest time now, it has been Stephen in Australia who's been sending fairy tale limericks. So we have a forest card like this, but the card goes in this direction for me to read it. It says, Thumbelina, as big as a thumb, small in stature, but by no means dumb. She has mastered with ease every form of striptease to show off her lily-white bum. Ooh, we're definitely getting a little risque with that one, are we not, Stephen? Thank you so much. The next card I have, kind of a Halloween card, but this comes from Donna Miller in North Carolina, and she says, I wanted to thank you again for letting everyone know to send me a postcard. They're still coming. A wonderful, blessed day, Donna Marie. So, in case you are unfamiliar with that, my friend Joe from North Carolina had asked if it would be all right if I said something and posted an address of his mother on my channel, which I did. And she just was kind of down in the dumps, and she needed to have some pick-me-ups with some nice mail, and plenty of you have written to her, which I want to thank you once again. I have thanked you in the past, but once again, thank you so much for brightening Donna's day by having happy mail show up in her mailbox. All right, the next card is this card. This card, originally, I thought when I saw it, Olia wrote me. It is not Olia, it is Charmaine. Charmaine has been on a wonderful trip to Poland. She's back home now, but while she was away, she got a chance to meet up with Olia, and so got this nice Bart card. Bart is Olia's dog. And so she says, having a great time here in Poland, spending time with Olia and her other friends. It has been a wonderful time. So I'm so glad to hear that you had a fabulous trip and you got one of these beautiful cards from Olia and you sent it to me. I love it so much. And I look forward to hearing all the stories and seeing all the pictures you took. Charmaine's a wonderful photographer. She puts out lots of her own postcards with photos that she's taken. So maybe she will of some of her trip to Poland. All right, the next card is this one here, Garden of the Gods. This comes from Erin in Colorado. And she says, just planned a trip to visit her parents on the holidays. So that's very exciting. Hope she has a great time on that trip. She has included a couple stamps, including the new button stamps and some nice donut stickers along the bottom. It looks delicious, and have a great time. The next card is this anime card with the tearaway at the bottom. This comes from Mindy in Nova Scotia in Halifax. And she says she's writing this postcard shortly after watching my live stream on Saturday. I just wanted to show you that an example of a high quality postcard that you can get from Temu. So yeah, this is a really good postcard. And so I appreciate that she sent this. It's an event ticket. She said the event ticket's also from Temu. What's the event ticket? Well, this one here. She sent me a second postcard. And, oh, I forgot to show the stamp. Well, it's the same stamp that's on this. There we go. So thank you, Mindy, for sending that. She said, hope things are going well with me. They are. Where did time go? Can't believe it's already November. Yeah, it's crazy that the first week of November has already come and gone, too. Whew. And then she talks about daylight savings time, which we enjoyed last week. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. I think at this point in time, let's just leave the clocks the way they are. And when it gets dark, it gets dark. And when it gets light, it gets light. And that's just the way the year will work. So I'm in agreement with you on that. Mindy said she sent 4 items. Only 2 of them showed up. I'm not sure what happened to the other 2. She mailed them on a Sunday. These 2 arrived on the Monday, and nothing has arrived since then. So I assume the other 2 items have gone for a journey of their own. All right, the next card comes from Zach in Chicago, in Illinois. And she says, he says, happy late World Postcarding Day and happy birthday. So I appreciate that. There is no stamp on the back. It's just one of those postage meter items. So thank you, Zach. This next one comes from the Ile de Réunion. And this comes from Andre and Merritt. They are traveling all the time. And it's wonderful. They sent me this card. There are some French stickers. And if you're uncertain like I was where Ile de la Réunion is, it's off the coast of Africa by Madagascar. And so once again, they have found themselves a remote post office and been able to send something. So I love the fact that when they're away, I'm one of the people that they tend to send a card to. I feel very blessed by that. And it all became a chance meeting at a meetup here in Moncton. We had our first meetup. Sophie came down from Montreal and planned a meetup back in 2022. And they, from Estonia, that's where they're originally based, came to this meetup. And ever since then, we've been exchanging postcards. So I feel very blessed. The next card is a one-piece card. This comes from Ambre in France. And she says, a manga store had just opened in her town. And when she saw this Sanji postcard, she thought of me. Thank you, I appreciate it. Maxime Rouget is a local artist. And so he's the one that did this. You see his signature there at the bottom. And I wanted to show you these beautiful stamps. So he's the one that created this card. I love it. My wife and I really enjoy watching the live action One Piece that's out on Netflix. I have since gone back and started watching through the anime cartoon of One Piece. There are hundreds of episodes, so I'm nowhere near completing it. And I know that there is lots of anime out there to read too. So Ambre is a big proponent of anime, and I'm always happy when she gives me new suggestions of things to look up. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. The next card comes from Arkansas, and this comes from Renee Lewis. You guys may or may not know her. If you don't, then you should go check out her YouTube channel as well. Make sure you subscribe to her. And I appreciate this. This is kind of a funny story on the back. She says she went to a goat festival again this year. What's a goat festival? You might ask that. I certainly do. She says the costume and lingerie contests are always her favorite. Are you even living life if you haven't seen a goat in lingerie? I guess not. I've never seen a goat in lingerie. I'm not sure I want to, but there's part of me that is very curious about what this festival would be like. There's the forever stamp. There is the sticker there, the Arkansas Goat Festival in Perryville, Arkansas. So yeah, I like this. I like the fact it's one of those things that makes you smile, and we all need times brighten our day. So Renee, this one certainly did. I had no indication looking at the front of this card what the back of that card was going to entail. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. The next card, a little bit of a vintage card. Also, a Remembrance Day card. This comes from Monty and Violet in Saskatchewan. She said, he says, I'm sending a card in honor of Remembrance Day. I also got my card, so I appreciate that he got the card that I sent as well. And there is one of the many poppies that we all adorn during the early parts of November for Remembrance Day. So thank you so much for that. And the Cenotaph Cat card, I appreciate it. Excuse me. The next card is a World Postcard Day card. This one actually I've been waiting for a little bit, just because Joe in India has sent it to me, and he had mentioned before he had sent it, I'd received one of his other cards, and I said I hadn't received this one yet, but it has arrived, so thank you so much. And there are the beautiful stamps. Love this tiger one. Of course, the mailboxes are always great. It's nice to see mailboxes, so thank you so much, Joe, for sending that to me. Speaking of Joe, we have a Joseph, and this is the Channel Islands National Park. And so Joseph in California, well, he's from Nevada, but he was in California for his high school reunion, visited with his sister, and I got to see a bunch of his friends while he's there too. And then they were going to go to Death Valley National Park before they headed home to Nevada. So it sounds like he has had a major trip and got to see lots of things. It's nice to have this nice big long card. Just to read what it says on the back, it also says Channel Islands National Park encompasses 5 remarkable islands and their ocean environment. Preserving and protecting a wealth of natural and cultural resources, isolation over thousands of years has created a unique animal, plants, and archaeological resource found nowhere else on Earth, and has helped preserve a place where visitors can experience coastal Southern California as it once was. And there's the old forever stamp. So, thank you, Joseph. The next is an envelope, and it comes from Finland. It comes from Media. There's the stamp. Inside, we have this nice hedgehog pushing a tram. And so it says this card is from the new Tove Johnson exhibition. And she's also the one that created the movements. And we have a maxi card. Nice Estonian stamp on there too, of the otter. And then there was a first day cover. This one is special. You probably can't see it, but it is a textured stamp. It has feeling as you go over it, the bumps of the bread. So I really, really like that. That's kind of a cool item. So I appreciate her finding those things and sending them on. The next envelope comes from Stephen in Australia. Look at the beautiful sunflowers. Great stamp. Inside, we have this floral stamp. And he says, here's the latest batch of limericks, which will take us up to the end of the year. So, wow. He has done well at sending limericks. There are all the limericks in there. So I will put those aside for the future. And he's got some interesting topics probably coming up too. So we will set that aside, and you will hear those limericks as the weeks happen. The next item, also from Stephen, is this envelope that showed up. And we've got the Ukraine stamp, Ukraine envelope that's gone with it too. So, Doves of Peace. Inside, there is a bunch of philatelic material, and I'm going to show that in another video. Now, I can show you the card. There's the card. I won't read the back of it yet, but it has to do with my birthday, so I appreciate that. My birthday has come and gone, but this has arrived. So we will do a video about that in the future too. And as well as talking about future videos, this arrived from Ida Marie in Washington, D.C. Some beautiful stamps there. She also went to a stamp show not too long ago, and in it, is there anything that I can show you as a sneak peek? How about these? There's some Postcrossing cards from a meetup. This one is blank. This one has all the people that were at the meetup. So I can show you those, but there is a bunch of stamp related items in there too. So I am going to set that aside for a future video to show you as well. That is what has arrived this week. Very happy with what was in the mailbox. The only disappointment was talking to Mindy and hearing that she'd sent 4 items and only 2 of them got to me. So hopefully the other 2 will show up eventually. Or if not, she's put her return address, so maybe they'll end up back with her as well. All right, that is all I have for mail this week. What I want to talk about quickly next is tomorrow. Tomorrow is my live stream day. So those of you that haven't joined or been a part of it, it is at 12 o'clock Atlantic Standard Time, and we get on and just talk about whatever we want to talk about. We have a regular group of people that have been showing up, and there's been a few new people that have joined. This week I also had a surprise live stream that not many people knew about because it was a surprise to me. I had this idea while I was driving around that I wanted to decorate a postcard. I knew it was a day that other people might have been distracted with other things and maybe wanted to have something fun to watch. So I did a live stream and I got you guys to choose how I was going to decorate the card. I did reach out to Olia, was the person I was going to send it to, and asked her if it would be all right if I showed her address. And in her videos, she shows her address, so she was all right with that. And we decorated a postcard together. It was a lot of fun, and I'm going to try to do it again very soon. Whether it's something I can schedule in advance to give you notice that it's going to happen, we'll see. Maybe. Next week might be a good time to do it. Maybe next Wednesday again. I'll try to, if I know it's going to happen, I'll try to do 24 hours notice just to put something up so you can see there'll be a live stream. That's why it's key to have your notification bell on so you don't miss out on these things. Because sometimes I do surprise things. We had Stamp versus Stamp came out this week. It was a unique one. It was something that Nicole from Ohio had suggested that Snail Mail with Smokey and I put together. It was a day in our lives and putting stamps with those things. So we tried to have a bit of fun with it. Both of us say we don't have really exciting lives for the most part. So we wanted to make some of the events that we do during the day a little bit more interesting by camera angles or things we talked about. And then of course the stamps that we showed to go along with them. So if you haven't watched that, I encourage you to go watch mine and go over to Smokey's channel, Snail Mail with Smokey, and like his channel and subscribe to it as well. We both really appreciate it. Also, Stamp of the Month, that came out on the 2nd of November. It is about pop culture in stamp collecting. And if you want to be a part of the giveaway, you've got to go to that video and write in the word that I asked you to put in. And you'll be a part of the giveaway, which is going to happen next week. Maybe even next Wednesday, looking at the calendar. No, Wednesday. Well, between the 15th and the 20th, we'll have the giveaway. Looking at the calendar, it looks like the 15th will fall on a Friday. So I'm not going to do that because I'll be doing this. So we'll hold off on that until another couple days. Tomorrow, live stream, 12 o'clock Atlantic Standard Time. And I'm going to be at the stamp show again tomorrow. So I'll be working on probably a video about the stamp show and what I'm looking at getting there and whether I can. So that might be a video. We'll see what kind of content is available. But for sure at the stamp show, I will take a break at 12 o'clock Atlantic Standard Time and go live. So if I don't do a stamp video, I certainly will do one from the perspective of my live stream. So you want to be a part of that. Okay, that's it. That's enough jibber jabbering at the end here. I'm going to put this all together for you guys and get it out there so you can start watching it before tomorrow actually happens. You guys have a magical week. What follow? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Bye.